Hello, the game has started. I'm playing Akeem and it's me to go first. I'll just say hello. Now, duplicates on the rack, never a good thing for bingos. So, how to resolve this? Adoy. Podia. Podia would be better. 22. Okay, that's a better looking rack. Detoxing through an N or a G. Opponent closes the board down and scores well in the process. Oxidate is good, but that doesn't play currently. It did before. Oh, it does. Oxidate does play under Y for 87. I draw the Q, but the rest of the rack, VO, not great. Opponent likely to play through the E. I don't want to burn the S, but I might have to. A play of cheese for 24 would be better than changing. I did briefly. Oh, opponents scored 102 points for umpiring. And let's just check. Opponent's rating is quite high as well. I have Ivies here for 36. Not great options for the Q currently. I think I will go with Ivies. Not great, but I do have quad through the U. I've drawn the J. Joe. But I really want to get rid of the Q. I'll just dump it here above the I if possible for 21. And happy to take 21 given the options available on the board. Now, is there a play from the E down that includes the J? Not that I can see. Almost have rejoiced if the Q were an I. I would still need another E for that. So, umpiring, any front hooks? No. Opponent taking some time with this move. Scores are about level. Looks like opponent might be experiencing internet issues. Okay. Pity I don't have an I for Egido. That would have been a handy score. I think I will go for the QI play. Now I've got eject. Hopefully that remains available. 66-point play. I don't think there's a bingo here, but always worth having a second look before pouncing on the best, what appears to be the best play. I have jot and toe as a second best option to eject. That's a 28-point play with a reasonable rack leave. Ejector, if the D were an E. Okay, opponents opened the board up somewhat. But I don't think he's provided anything useful for me. I wonder about dejector. I don't think that would be good, but anyway, I'll go with eject for 66. Not a good pickup, duplicating B and O, so I shan't be bingoing this turn. I do have Bob here, which sorts out the duplicates, 28 points, but does give back easy score to opponent on the right, especially the Y. That could be a 50-point play if opponent gets a good parallel. Brood is good. That's another option. 21, not a great rack leave. And not sure. Ooh, opponent bingos, so he takes the lead there. Out rates and sea trout. I think I still will go with Bob, even though it's a bit volatile. 28 points. I have an A for going in front of AB, but I'm worried about the Y. AB, Y, and then a high score. Ooh, opponent bingos twice in a row and takes a decisive lead. That was unfortunate. Looking at ARO plays. Or ado. That didn't work. Adore. Haydor. No. Say. Rador. No. Okay, I'll go with ado. Opponent's still well in the lead after those two combined bingos, 150 points. Hard to come back from without bingoing back. Opponent scores well again, 33. And is now pulling away decisively. So let's see what I have. I've got one vowel, very little flexibility on the rack, and just not seeing anything decent. Grazings, not quite. Zingares. I don't know if zingare takes an S, but can't play to the left of the K. Opponent obviously trying to block the board down. Zag. $42. If I can play a bingo onto this L, that would be good. Even a bingo onto AE, but that would be too optimistic. Renails. Arsenite. I think if I play ER, that would be too easy to block. No, if I play ER, opponent would need a H to block it. Do I take the chance? Because I'm 50 behind, I'm not going to bingo. It's too easy to block the other ones. I've got to hope he doesn't have the H. Is that too desperate? I'm not going to outrun him with 1-point tiles. Let's be realistic. Is there a better way of creating an opening? In snare. If opponent's got the H, he wins. If he doesn't, well, then there's a chance I could take it, but he might still be able to block. No other bingo lanes on the board exist. Yeah, he had the H, so what could I do? 'Her' only takes a C, I believe. Doesn't take an S. Yeah, I didn't think so. $29. Okay, well, I don't know if I could have done anything much different there. Now, in at the bottom would be 13. 16 and out. So that was the game. Let's see what we missed. So opioid for 24, but podia, yeah, opioid better. Not by much though. Seems alright. Wifey for 41. Good underlap by opponent. Oxidate the only... Oh, actually Exodist was good as well. In the same spot. 10i. And then umpiring for a massive 102. Impugner through the E as well. That was 92. And then I had Chi for 11 over here. Ivy's was... you see, Ivy's was 36, so much higher the score. But the Rackley so much better after Chi. 34 compared to... So 9-point equity difference. Told for 27 opponent had. He went with Told there in that position. And then Chi for 21 was best here. Rego for 27. Opponent had Agon. Eject for 66 was best here. Sea Trout, beautiful rack. Countless bingos. And Bob for 28 was best here. Opponent has Law Wines for 72, but Lawsuits would have been a touch better, just in the trip lane. And then Harrow. I was thinking, is Harrow good? Yeah. Actually, Harrow could have been stung because Abbey. Oh, no. Harrow was good. 33. I went with Adu for 28. Now Eureka for 33. Big score. He found it. And Thrip for 20, but throw onto OW. Okay, that sorted the rack out beautifully. I should have looked at that. THR, exactly the 3 tiles I was looking to get rid of. Now, fellow. You can spell fellow with an E at the end. That's interesting. Don't think I've seen that one before. Opponent goes with foe. Now Zag for 42 was best here. And in live for 28. Opponent had it L12. In lie. Plays mill. And then Ain for 27, a few 3-pointers. I mean 3-letter words. And then I had to try open here, but I mean, what does one do? These are just higher scoring plays, but I think trying to outrun opponent when you're 50 behind end game with all the heavyweights gone, heavyweights being X, Z, Q and J, you're basically dreaming if you think you're going to win. So I had to try for the bingo. My other option would be playing, I did think of playing something like E, double E here, but then opponent just plays across the top. So what does one do? I mean, if I play AI here, there's quite a few hooks for AI, R and T. So that's 2 tiles he could have blocked it with. So I think I did the right thing in trying to give myself a bingo score. Because if he didn't have the H, he would have struggled to block it completely. Mind you, if I played the E and he had an A, he could play something like RAI there, and that would have blocked it. So I think there were options to block, or even TAI. Yeah, I think I was done for at this stage. It was highly unlikely to pull off a win. And then opponent's got a massive 50-point play. Also had Henny. And then Sainer for 29 was the highest score there. And then opponent plays Sny. And then Nye for 16 was best. So that was the end of the game. Yeah, I think from about the midway point, opponent started taking control, and then I was 50 behind, and I just couldn't bridge the gap with 1-point tiles, and really needed a bingo, so I had to create that opening. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching that game, and congrats to my opponent. I will see you next time.